So you want to play some Neo Geo CD. Right on, let's do this. So in this video I'm going to show you how to get it loaded into WiiFlow, get all the box art going, get the games going, and let's have some fun, guys. Let's get this started. Alright, I'm going to assume three things. 1, your Wii is already home brewed. 2, you have the latest WiiFlow installed. And 3, you want to play some Neo Geo CD games. Let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to go to DarkUmbra's website. If you're not a member, don't worry about it. I'm going to put up all the links. But Master Shoes has put together an awesome set here. This is the Neo Geo CD emulator, 85 ROMs, and 2 forwarders, so you're going to get pretty much everything you need here. Okay, so the latest one is Neo CD version, let me zoom in here, version 0.5, and here is pretty much everything in summary that you're going to get, including the emulator, the bin, or the binary files, even the structure of how you should lay out your games, everything you're going to need, and of course all the ROMs are going to be broken up by alphabet. Alright, let's grab the emulator. Grab that first link, paste it in your browser, and save the file. And it may take a little bit. And once it does, you want to extract it. And once that opens up, you want to go in there and copy it to your USB or SD drive, and I'll show you where. So you want to grab the folders under apps and put that under your apps, because that's where the emulator actually is. So go ahead and copy and paste that under your apps folder. Okay, if you don't have an apps folder, just copy the whole apps folder over there. Okay, now you want to grab the other two, which have both the binary and the Neo CD file, put that in your root of your SD or USB card. Okay, so it'll be the 2 folders here. Just copy and paste those. And lastly, you want to grab your WADs. Those are the forwarders, so that you can actually launch Neo Geo CD without having to go through homebrew. Okay, just copy and paste those over there. Alright, just to recap, you got the WADs, you got the binary file, and you have the emulator. So now what we need to do is actually go set up WiiFlow. Let's do that next. Okay, so the Neo Geo CD emulator we have it in apps. We can launch it from homebrew, but we want to make a copy of that emulator and make it available to WiiFlow, not just homebrew. So let's go back to where we downloaded it and grab the boot.dol and copy that, and we want to put it under the directory where all the emulators go. Okay, and just to show you that, and do your root of your SD or USB, that would be WiiFlow, and plugins, and you just want to copy and paste it in here. Okay, I've already done this. I called it Neo Geo CD .dol, but this is what you would do. So you paste it in here, and then you name it. You don't want to leave it boot.dol, because then another emulator that you paste in here, which is also boot.dol, you would overwrite. So name it something like Neo Geo _CD or all caps or whatever you want to call it, .dol. The important thing is the name has to match what's in the Neo Geo CD configuration file. So let's open that up and let me show you. So where it says DOL file, okay, this is what I named it. Now look at my DOL file, or my config file. Where it says DOL file, that's the exact name that I typed. I just copy pasted it. So those have to match, guys. Okay? That's it for WiiFlow. Alright, we got the emulator. Now we need some box covers. So go under your WiiFlow box covers and create a folder that matches what was in the config file, which was Neo CD all underscore. So, oops, create a new folder and call it Neo CD. Boom. Too easy. Alright, moving a little fast, so let's do a recap. This is your Neo Geo CD configuration file. Cover folder, Neo CD. That should have been created under WiiFlow box covers. Your DOL file, that's what you copied over. Under apps, that boot.dol, you copied it over into WiiFlow plugins and renamed it, and you made sure the names matched, of course. then your ROMder Neo CD, that should be underneath the root of your SD or USB card, whichever you prefer. So let me get mine over here. Okay, so my ROMs are going to go here under Neo CD underneath the root of my SD or your USB, whichever one you prefer, card. Okay, that was one of the folders that we copied over. So we're almost done, guys, but double check and verify this and get it going. One more thing for WiiFlow remains. We gotta create a window where you can launch Neo CD from, Neo Geo CD from, okay? So you need to go to WiiFlow source menu and open up the source menu configuration file. This is where all your windows are configured and placed, okay? So they're called buttons. So you got buttons 0 through like 70 or something, however many. And what we are going to do is create a button or window for Neo Geo CD. Now, cool enough, WiiFlow actually comes with Neo Geo CD button PNGs, if you want to call them. You know, so when you click on it or whatever. So you don't have to go make your own. You can make whatever you want, doesn't matter, but they're already there. So, what you want to do, find a button that you don't want. I found one real quick. Internet bookmarks, number 68. I was like, yeah, don't need this, okay? So button 68, you're gonna go bye-bye. So first thing you want to do is change the title. Right now the title says Internet Space Bookmarks. We want the title to match the plugin title, okay? So let's go back to the plugin for Neo Geo CD, the configuration file itself, okay? That's WiiFlow plugins. You probably already have the file open. Neo CD, okay? Let's open it up. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right here, the display name, Neo Geo CD. Copy that, go where it says title, and paste over it, okay? That has to match. That has to match exactly. That tells it exactly which config file to use. The one with the Neo-Geo Space CD display name. Okay, cool. Alright, so now let's go back to get the PNGs so we know what to display in that window for that button when you push it. Okay, so go under WiiFlow, source menu, and go all the way down. So copy both PNGs for Alpha and Bravo. Okay, there's two of them. One when you're just over it hovering, and then one when you're actually clicking it. So just copy the name for Alpha, you know, under image, and paste that in there. Boom. Okay, that way there's no typos. Do the same thing for the second one. Copy it, put it over there for the second image. Rename that one. Boom. Okay. Now this button is gonna be for the Neo Geo CD plugin. Okay. Pretty straightforward. Don't worry about magic number. Just leave it. Okay. The source is gonna be the plugin. Okay. That's under your WiiFlow plugin. So it's going to be looking for a plugin with the title Neo Geo CD in its display name. So just to line this up again, when you open this up, that's what you're going to see right there. Okay, that's what it's going to be matching on, these two names. As long as they match exact, you are good to go. Okay, let's move on to the next step. Alright, let's get some games. Alright, let's go back to DarkUmbra, or actually the link that I sent you. Pick one, don't matter. Let's download them. Extract them. I picked R through S, okay? So you can pick whichever you want. You can pick them all. They're about 14 gigs total for all the games, okay? So here's what you get for the R through S. I'm going to grab a couple of these and show you what's in them, okay? So these files are already, already extracted from the ISO, so they're completely extracted out. They already have the MP3 folder. All of the soundtracks are already named, tracks 2 through whatever, and they are translated from WAV to MP3 like they're supposed to. Okay, that's one of the big advantages of these links over some of the other links where you have to do all this work yourself. Okay, so copy and paste them into your Neo CD folder. Let's get some games and then let's play. Well, there's a couple of things we got to do, and then we'll play. Couple more steps, guys. Don't give up now. We need to go to the apps folder and go under Neo CD and edit the Neo CD XML file. Okay, let me zoom in. The reason that we're doing this is if you have a USB right here, storage device value 1, you're good to go. Don't touch it. If you have an SD card, change that to 0. Okay, that's it. Save it. This next step is not necessary but optional. You can go to your MMM and load up the WADs. Okay, if you've done this before, it's pretty simple. You load up your MMM and you go to wherever you store your WADs and you install it. Okay, so there's 2 of them. So you can go down to either one that you want. I like the 2nd edition WAD. Okay, you can go ahead and click on that, install it, let it install, and now you can launch Neo Geo CD games directly from the WiiFlow menu as a window instead of WiiFlow. Just an option, guys, not necessary. When you're done, exit out. Alright, now what we got to do is get some box covers. So get to the link that I sent you, download them, and go get them. So for this example, I'm going to show you what to do. So let's grab Double Dragon, for example. Go ahead and copy it, go to your SD or USB root drive, and it'll go under WiiFlow box covers, and of course Neo CD. Okay, so WiiFlow box covers is a folder that we created. Neo CD. I already did Ironclad, but I'm going to do another one, Double Dragon, for an example. So check out the name. It ends in .cueq. So for Double Dragon, there's going to be 2 files with a long name, one with Q and one with a bin. Okay, you want the name of the Q file. So right click, copy it, unless you feel like typing it, and rename your box cover art with the copy paste, and make sure it ends in .q. So the full name will be GameName.q.png. Okay, so for Ironclad, it was the same way. Okay. For whatever reason, they had Double Dragon named with all kind of crazy characters, so I ain't typing that out. I'm copy pasting. Okay, so that's what you got to do. So do that for each game, and then you are done. Let's load up WiiFlow and start playing. Last thing, now we can finally launch it. So you're going to see your Neo Geo CD, but we want to do this through WiiFlow with OxArt. So go ahead and launch WiiFlow. Okay, now when you go to the Neo Geo CD, which is on the back page because we did 68 or wherever you put it, it's going to first ask you some questions. So first select your partition, okay? Then you want to go in and select your plugin, and this is going to be the name, okay? Neo Geo CD. So get rid of that internet bookmarks or whatever you get rid of, and select the name, Neo Geo CD. Okay, and that's it. So then go back. And there's other things that you can look at here. Your game partition, if it's SD or USB, just make sure that's correct. And then your default language, default video modes, where do you want it to exit to, the different things you can change in here. That's up to you. It's all personal preference, but that's the biggest thing, is the plugin name. Drum roll, bam! Yes, we have box art for Ironclad. No, we don't have it for Double Dragon because I did this recording earlier, so don't worry about it. Anyway, so now we can actually launch a game. We see the box art and it comes up. So now we can play. One of the things I notice is that even when I select a game, it still brings up a menu. If anybody knows how to fix that, let me know. But anyway, you get the menu, pick the game, it launches, and you get this. And then we get to play, yes, Cross Swords 2. Rare game. It only came up for Neo Geo CD, not just Neo Geo. So this is actually a really cool game to be able to play on your Wii. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, post them down below. Thanks to the subscriber who requested this video. This was a lot of fun. Good learning experience for both me and BMT. We weren't too familiar with the Neo Geo CD setup and configuration, so this is a great learning experience for us too. So if you guys have additional questions, post them below. We'll do our best. Until then, go kick some Cross Sword 2 butt. Later.